What's up, guys? You good? I know it's been long since I recorded myself and uploaded a video, but nevertheless, I'm here due to the grace of God. I'm still okay. I'm still looking fine as hell, but by the way, I've noticed I've been growing a beard. I don't know if you guys can see it. Perhaps it's not even able to be seen. It's a very small line, a mustache. I mean, I say a mustache. So, anyways, personally, as a Kenyan, I think this video will be based on Kenyan Kenyan people or Kenyan content or Kenyan women, Kenyan men, just basically Kenyan people. And as you can see from the title of the video, like, bruh, it is that deep. You're not just choosing someone due to the fun or the accessibility you might have to certain things or due to pleasures that you are seeking or getting from that person. As I understand, we are human beings and we have bodies and we have to pleasurize ourselves. Time to time, it's understandable. I mean, everyone does it. Your dad does it, your mom does it in any way. Um, your brother, your sister, yourself, yeah, even your dog. They like pleasure. Everyone likes pleasure. And the point I'm trying to pass across is this. As much as you might be attracted and maybe you're getting such kind of avenues or opportunities due to a certain person, let's say if you are a guy, perhaps you're with that girl because one, maybe she has a beautiful face or she has good boobs or her nyash, si mnanielewa hizo vitu, if her nyash is nice. But you have to understand, if you guys will go long term, you will have to be there for her one day when she loses her parents. Do you understand how crazy that is? If not even losing the parents, because we understand and we expect one day, one time, our parents will die. We have that expectation. So we wouldn't be shocked. Okay, we will. It will be an emotional trauma response to anyone who loves their parents and who had a good relationship with their parents. But to go even to an extreme point of view, let's say nyinyi lose perhaps a son or a daughter due to unavoidable circumstances, maybe an accident, maybe she was sick, such kind of things. So you're not only choosing a person due to the physical attributes they have or the things you can see, you have to be able to see, does this person have the capability or the ability to be emotionally supportive to me, Because 9 out of 10 times, personally as a guy, yes, I am attracted to women who look good, I cannot be so quote unquote friends with a girl who is good because one way or another, I will be very, 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 very tempted. And I understand that is based on self control, of which I'm trying to work on myself, but I can't be in a position where I'm just trying to choose a girl just because she knows how to suck my dick. And I base my future due to that incident we had together. I really have to look long term. Does this woman, okay, let's say this woman, if she's beautiful enough, and as I go in a position where when I lose my job, if I lose my job, or if I lose my parents, or if I lose my brother, through unavoidable circumstances, will she be there for me? Because 9 out of 10 times, us as guys, we will choose women just because they look good. And once they look good, and if they see you're not providing that sense of urgency they need, that spontaneous fun they like, what do? They will leave. They will find ways of saying, oh, I can't do this anymore, I have to focus on myself, I have to focus on my career. Such kind of talks will start happening. And I don't believe that's the right way to deal with things, especially if you guys are together and if you guys are going to pull through as a team. So in essence, well, in short, is you really have to be careful who you're choosing, especially regardless if it's a guy or a girl. If you're a shorty, You have to choose a man who's going to be there for you when, one, perhaps maybe you have a sister or a brother. If your brother dies, like all of a sudden out of nowhere, and you had a good relationship with your brother or your sister, you need someone next to you, you know? Perhaps your parents can be there for you, perhaps your mom can be there for you, perhaps your dad can be there for you, but maybe you'd want him, your boyfriend or your whatever, to be, or your nigga to be there for you, you know? Because one, it will showcase a level of commitment not only to yourself, but whatever you guys have. It shows that you guys are together and present and consistent at whatever you guys have for a really long time, you know? And I know this is more of like a negative post, you know, like I'm not trying to say that you will lose your sister or lose your brother tomorrow or you will lose your job tomorrow. No, I'm just trying to give you a perspective where it's it's mandatory. It's very important for you, whoever it might be, Kamau, Jerry, whatever, Aoko. It's very important that you should be in a position when choosing a partner. You need to look for things long term, you know. And I've been doing the same thing. Well, back in the day, when I say back in the day, it's not as if I actually lived for 40 years, you know. I'm only 23. So when I say back in the day, it's only 2 years ago. 2 years ago, a year ago, I used to, you know, just have fun with shorties, you know. Such kind of things. I still have a life to live. I'm still young. Very young. Very young. I'm not as if I'm old, you know. I'm not even growing white hair. I've not even started a family. So there's no responsibility that I have bestowed myself on, you know. But the kind of women I've tried to, you know, focus is to see how they can benefit my life, you know. I'm not just trying to benefit their life because all I'm doing is just giving. I'm giving. But what am I receiving back? You know? That's the most important bit you should actually look for in a woman. If she isn't trying to give you something that is intangible, something that you can never buy, something that you can never maybe sell, maybe look for and get, something that you cannot even try and say, you can never put a price on, in short. Maybe some form of, I don't know, some form of emotional connection that you guys need, and maybe you need, because one way or another, as much as you might say you're a man and you need to pull things by yourself, which is expected of any other man. When you're in deep shit, you need to pull things your way. No one gives a fuck. Yeah, your mom may give a fuck. Your mom might actually care because she is your mom. Your dad maybe, but most importantly, yes, because that's your dad. And even your brother, they can care. Maybe apart from your family, there's no one else. There's no one else who gives a fuck. Not your girlfriend, not your friends, not your lecturers, not the system, not the president, not the government, nothing. And even God, maybe God or the universe and the family only care about you. But you have to take responsibility of what you need to do and how you choose your partners. Because personally, nowadays I see niggas just choosing shorties just because they look hot, which is understandable, man. Because one, you don't want to have kids who are ugly. Yes, I understand that. You know, it will be repulsive. Even being beautiful or being handsome, it's like a hack to life. You know, people tend to be pulling towards you. But if you're ugly, well, in terms of the face, 9 out of 10 times people will be very like they'll be away from you and you'll be living alone, you know. And it can either make you or break you. And 9 out of 10 times, I think it breaks people who are ugly. It like we have to be honest here, you know. So it's when you actually decide to say this is the woman I want to live with for a really long time, you have to be there when her parents die. You have to be there when she's sick. Look, she might get cancer tomorrow. Are you willing to actually, you know, wipe her ass when she's sick? Are you? Are you willing to, let's say, if she doesn't get sick, maybe she has cancer. If she has cancer, are you willing to be there for her? Let's say you guys don't have money and her family are willing to maybe financially provide for her medication, such kind of things. And the only thing maybe she needs from you is your emotional presence and your presence there. Are you willing to be there for her? Are you willing to be there for her when she's puking, when she's bleeding, when she's smelling? Are you willing to be there for her? Honestly, I've noticed I have a fucking pimple here. Anyways, that's another story of another day. But what I was saying is, are you willing to be there for her? You know, when she's puking, when she's like peeing on herself, when she's shaking, when she's like not okay in the head, when she's crying. Are you willing to actually wipe that shit from my ass? Literally. Are you willing to wash her? Because 9 out of 10 times, you niggas will only tolerate some bit of some, let's say, I wouldn't want to say this, but it's maybe something that you wouldn't want to see every now and then. But if you're not willing to do that for her, if you're not going to that extreme, once you lock down with a person, then don't lock in with that person. Don't lock in. It's better to be honest with her. Because one, women love men who are honest with them. Because they want to know their position in your life. You know? So when she gets sick, if she gets cancer, if she gets Parkinson's disease, when she's shaking stage 1, are you willing to be there for her? If she suffers from dementia, if she forgets who you are you willing to be there for her? You know? And vice versa. If you are a girl and you lose a sense of yourself within your boyfriend or your husband, are you willing to be there for your husband? Are you willing to be there for your boyfriend? Let's say if he pukes on himself. Let's say maybe he gets in an accident and he loses his legs and he can't go to the toilet every now and then. He can't take himself to the toilet. Are you willing to be there every evening, every night, to be there for him? If you're not willing to be there for him for such kind of extremities, do not even dare lying to him that you guys are together. Do not lie to him. Do not sell him this lie that you guys love each other, that you love him, that you actually adore him. Because if you truly adore him, if you truly adore him, there's nothing that will ever give you an ache. Nothing. You don't even care if he pisses on himself when he's sick. You don't care if he bleeds out. You don't even care if he gets cancer. Because you know very well the man you fell in love with was not the man you see, is the man you believe in, and the man you see, the man you hear, and the man you actually love here. That's it. You don't give a fuck what you see. But I understand that might not be the reality of most of the people we have in this fucking world, especially in Kenya. You know, materialism is the trend there. I can bet you 100%, 9 out of 10 times, the relationships that are there in Kenya, uko tu kumejaa tu lies, uongo. Hiyo ni uongo tu iko hapo. Hakuna vile huyo dem anaweza kuwa na wewe kama utakuwa mgonjwa. I'm very sure. She might say, right now, she will be there for you. But when shit hits the fan, when you're fucking sick, when you can't even move, when you're fucking stressed, it's done. She can't do anything for you. She will start questioning herself. What's this? Then she will start looking for other options. She will start saying, oh, I've been having this, dream, I usually don't like this. She starts getting disturbed when you call her, she starts getting abusive towards you just because of something you can't avoid. So if you really want to lock down with that girl, honestly, you have to look at the extremities of life, especially in terms of health. That is the most important thing, because one day you can never live in this life like as if everything will be perfect. That fucking girlfriend of yours will one day get sick. Are you willing to wipe her ass when she gets sick, when she pukes on herself, or when she shits on herself, or when she pees blood, or she can't even control the blood coming out from her body? Are you willing to go to that extent of even wiping her? Are you willing to go to that extent of wiping parts that will be getting out of her body? If you're not willing, And I'm not saying that this should happen to everyone. No. I'm not saying that this will happen to everyone. No. But if you'd want to have a very strong relationship with someone, you guys have to really sit down and talk about the extremities of life. And if you are willing to be there for each other, fine. And lock it down and never look back. But now, if you question, and if you look at your girlfriend right now and you question her, will she be there? Or you question your boyfriend, will he be there? That doubt, please just know, just ask them. First of all, I think you need to seek, not suck. You need to seek clarity from them. You know, some form of exposure, just to know, are you like in it like fully? Because you don't want to be in a deal where someone is like 80% in. You know, someone is giving 100%, another person is giving 70%. What the fuck is that? It's as if it's like you're being stabbed in the back, you know? So, for the Kenyan audience listening to this, ukichagua de, mama ukichagua boy, as much as you guys might love each other, and I am a big proponent of love. I like love. I like loving people because I don't believe in hating. Well, I can hate. I have anger issues sometimes. So I understand terms of hating, but if you truly love someone and you don't view the extremities of life, you cannot handle the extremities of life itself. You cannot. Even the girlfriend you're actually with right now, even the girlfriend you're fucking right now, one day, one time, she might get into an accident and lose her limb. She won't be jacking you off, you know? So will you leave her? Maybe she goes blind. Will you be there for her? Maybe if she, let's say, maybe she gets something like a terminal disease, God forbid. Maybe you or him. Will you be there for him? Will you be there for her? Because if not, just leave, you know? Because you're going to save a lot of baggage and you're going to save a lot of, how can I say this, expectation. Because people will expect. When I say people, I mean him or her. They will expect a lot from you. Because you are the only person that they live with and they actually love and care for. So if you're not willing to go through any other hoops for them when they're in shit, then fuck off. Honestly, fuck off. Just fuck off, pack your bags, say you can't do this anymore. Because you can't just be in a relationship with a girl or a man thinking like for the next 40 years or 50 years, nothing will happen. Are you fucking dumb? Look, I understand. Sometimes you have to be delusional. Sometimes you have to believe that the relationship you guys will have will be close to heaven, if not heaven itself, because it will be beautiful and filled with joy. And when I say joy, it means children, you know? And whatever, any form of maybe beautiful aspects of life you guys want to live in, maybe traveling, maybe knowing each other in deeper meanings and deeper levels, you know, such kind of things. If you're willing to only be there for the good parts and not being there for him or for her for the bad parts, just leave, you know? Because 9 out of 10 times, if you're there for the bad times where the person is going through shit, they will look back at it and see who was there for them. And if you were there for him or if you were there for her, she will or he will repay you in big amounts. Sometimes it will be even too much for you to even handle, you know? So for my Kenyan audience, whenever you're choosing a shorty or a guy, just think of the extremities of life. Think of if you're willing to wipe her shit or wipe his shit. Because if you ain't willing to do that, just leave. Don't even make it. Don't even go to the extent of saying that we need to marry each other. We need to create a wedding venue. Just don't. If you're not willing to do that, fuck off. Just fuck off. If you're willing to sign the contract because of that, fuck off. Fuck off. Yeah, so that's my message for today. So wherever you are, look at your girlfriend or look at your boyfriend or look at your husband or look at your wife, and if they aren't willing to be there for you during the extremities of life, and I'm not saying that you'll have to go through extremities of life every now and then, like fucking hell. Sometimes there are things you can control, you know. If it's a job, you have to work harder. and look for other opportunities to actually get a job. That's on you. But I'm saying there are unavoidable circumstances such as sickness, such as health. That's what I'm saying. Or maybe even people trying to hatch up a plan to maybe even try and finish you. Maybe in a workplace level, trying to sideline you. If you're not willing to be there for them, fuck off. So if you're a Kenyan and if you're watching this, be very careful who you're sleeping with, because one, you can be there for the short term. But trust me, sometimes I like short term. Short term is very, 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 very impressive. You have low baggage, low expectation. You're just only there for the pleasure. But if you're trying to look for the long term, Jesus Christ, you have to know what you're signing up for. So, anyways, I think I have to call it a quit. It's only 20. It's 20 minutes. That's too much. So, wherever you are, ciao ciao.